yesterday. Ooh, 'cause we're worlds apart, but just the same. Step up and watch it break down. You really want it? Wanna make a scene? Show me what you mean. Let's get it started. Let me see what you got. Can you pick it up a notch? Don't think you got it. Can't handle the pressure yet. Oh, stop talking about it. Gotta make this count. Let's go. Are you ready? Are you ready for me? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to say?
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kyle, the CAW Brontosaurus, and I am here today to discuss a very, very exciting and very, oh, Jesus. Everybody is over the moon about this. Well, not everybody. But, yeah, let's, well, basically, what am I talking about? Well, as of April the 7th of 2015, Brontosaurus is back. Yep, Brontosaurus is back, and some new studies which have come in from Portugal and the UK and Bristol, I think it was, scientists have basically concluded in a 300, I think nearly a 300-page report or something like that about the extensive research that's gone into. I think the total was something like 81 specimens. I think, yeah, I think it was. Well, I don't know. I think it was 81 specimens, and they analysed 477 different physical features of those specimens. And this went on for about 5 years. And at the end of the report, they concluded that Brontosaurus is its own unique genus. Now, does it mean that it replaces anything? Does it replace Apatosaurus, which was the genus it was lumped into? As scientists back in 1903, when the mistake was recognised, when Marsh's mistake was recognised, when they corrected it in Apatosaurus, does this mean that Brontosaurus is now Apatosaurus? Or does it mean Apatosaurus is now Brontosaurus? Well, the two are completely different genuses. They are two different genuses. I think these two are relatives. I reckon these two evolved from the same ancestor, and well, I reckon a lot of the big sauropods in the Jurassic period evolved from the same ancestor. But Brontosaurus, yeah, it's its own unique genus, and it now holds three species as well. You've got Brontosaurus Alexis or something like that. I can't remember. Brontosaurus parvus and Brontosaurus I'm trying to pronounce this one. I'm going to butcher this. Yahanip. Yeah, Brontosaurus yahanip. And that's three unique genuses, species. Three unique species within that genus, and that is brilliant to hear. I mean, I thought a day like this would come when scientists would finally recognise that a particular species that has been lumped into a genus is now its own unique genus. I mean, there are different examples out there of species which I think should be their own genus. I mean, some of the Pachyrhinosaurus, I think at least one of them should be its own unique genus. Triceratops, I think. Well, I don't think that. No. Maybe even some Allosaurus species should be its own unique genus, but it's not about that. But basically, how did they find this out? Well, they analysed again what I said about the physical features of different specimens, and they actually found out that these different specimens had a much thinner and much lower. I think a much. Let me just go through the report here. I've got a report here. Well, I've got a news feed on here from Scientific America. And I believe that the specimens that they analysed had a less broad and less high, I think, or a higher neck vertebrae than they did in Apatosaurus. So, meaning Brontosaurus is its own unique genus, as Apatosaurus is much broader and much bigger in size. I think the overall size of Brontosaurus is now confirmed to be 72 feet, and Apatosaurus is now 75 feet. So that would make those two definitely in around the same size as each other, but not exactly the same size. But yeah, it says here that Yeah, but it says that Brontosaurus had a higher neck and a much less wider neck as well. So this is a good thing to say. This is a good thing for the paleontology community, because not only can Brontosaurus be identified as its own unique genus, but now all paleontologists and dinosaur nerds alike can just finally say, yes, Brontosaurus is a relevant dinosaur. Because whenever the general public said Brontosaurus, we would usually get really annoyed about it, because it wasn't its own unique genus. It was a mistake. It's a pop culture icon. It was a pop culture icon. Because it was not a non-relevant dinosaur, but now it is, and now I reckon its pop culture status can be elevated again into being one of the best recognized dinosaurs. And you know something, Brontosaurus, I'm glad that this badass named dinosaur. I mean, the name's badass. Thunder lizard. I mean, basically just put a helmet, a red cape, and give it a hammer, and it's a Thor. It's a Thor dinosaur. I know, it's great. But yeah, this guy Brontosaurus, I'm glad it's back. Hopefully science will now be able to recognize different genuses within, or maybe reinstate genuses of old species from different genuses and make them their own genus. And hopefully that'll come to fruition, and maybe we could see dinosaur evolution in a much more diverse and much more prominent situation as it was that we did see many years ago. I mean, many years ago we thought there was so many different genuses of dinosaurs, but now we recognize some of them as being in one genus but being a species of that genus, like the Pachyrhinosaurus and like the Apatosaurus, and like I think some a genus of Tyrannosaur by the name of Dinodon, Triceratops, Torosaurus, Allosaurus, all those guys. And I hope one day we will be able to formally say, yes, we've identified these guys as their own genus. Alright, thank you for listening to another core dinosaur discussion. Hopefully you've gained some knowledge, and hopefully that it's broadened your senses, and hopefully now you're happy about this new insight into Brontosaurus. And I tell you something, I'm excited. I'm thrilled that Brontosaurus is back. Hopefully you guys are, and I shall see you later. Bye bye.